Welcome back to Versus, everyone. I am your host, Midnight Strike 3625, and as always, we are going to be taking two things, video game or music related, and pit them against each other to see which one my audience likes better. And I am going to, as usual, provide a little bit of backstory to both parties and give my opinion, but not before asking you guys what you think, because that's what matters pretty much the most in Versus, is what my audience thinks of a certain subject, and that's why I do these episodes. So basically, let's get started. I am going to be doing this episode on video games, specifically two games from two different series, Bloodborne and Dark Souls, namely. So basically, Bloodborne is, it came out in March of this year, so it's pretty new, current generation technology, PS4 exclusive, whilst Dark Souls is the spiritual successor to Demon Souls. It was released on last-gen hardware, PS3, Xbox 360, and I believe there's a PC version. I'm not entirely sure on that, so don't quote me on it. There was a sequel to it, Dark Souls 2, which later came out as Scholar of the First Sin on PS4, which I'm actually really looking forward to buying. It's already out, but I don't really have enough money to get it yet. So, that being said, we are going to be doing this on the first Dark Souls, comparing it to Bloodborne, which was just released last month. Well, 2 months ago now, as of recording this video, so let's get started. Dark Souls was released in 2011, and it was the spiritual successor, as I said before, to Demon Souls, an already popular game, backed by popular demand. This put a very edgy and hard difficulty setting to an already difficult game. Dark Souls was cited by many to be the most challenging RPG ever in modern times, and for good reason. I played it, and I kept dying after the Asylum Demon, so I haven't beaten it yet, but I could not stop playing at the time that I got it. I got it in 2012, about give or take a year and a half or so after it came out, and I enjoyed the living shit out of it. Just leveling up your character at the bonfires, traversing your way through, the Firelink Shrine, I believe it was, and just seeing the vast detail, the vast amount of attention to detail put into the land that Dark Souls takes place in. Now, what really kind of kills this game for me is the complex leveling system and how hard it is to become human from being hollow. Whereas in Bloodborne, all you have to do to invite other people into your gaming session is have insight and ring a bell. In this one, it's a bit more complex. You have to have an item that is very rare, and you have to use it, and then you become hollow, or you become human. Hollow is basically like your offline gameplay, while being human opens yourself up for either being invaded, where other people come into your server and try to kill you, or other people come in and you can actually control this and help you defeat bosses. So this is kind of like an online co-op multiplayer experience, while it can also be single player. That's what I've always liked about both of these series, Dark Souls and Bloodborne. Now, the difference lies in the details. The devil is in the details on this one, because while Dark Souls takes a mainly a defensive strategy, Bloodborne kind of puts it on its heels, tips it upside down, and says, hey, let's put this game on ice, let's make it really edgy, and really, make everyone go on the offense. One of the things that makes it a little bit more, keeps you more on your toes, is the fact that the more you counterattack, the more you attack your enemy, the more health you get. You can actually get health back in this game from attacking enemies at certain times. And that makes the game that much more, on the offense, whereas Dark Souls, you had to basically mainly take a defensive strategy, put up your shield, roll backwards, and anticipate your enemy's moves. Now, the anticipation aspect is all but gone. It is not gone at all in Dark Souls' spiritual successor, Bloodborne. You, in fact, get more weapons. You, in fact, have to anticipate your enemy's movements more, because there's so many of them, and there's so many different ways that they can attack you. There could be an enemy off screen that attacks you, but of course, it is fair because you will have seen them coming in. There's guns in this game, there's lots of gunplay, you can get some Quicksilver bullets, and you can even sacrifice some of your health in order to get 5 more bullets. And that, in my opinion, is well worth the effort, because you can actually get your health back very easily, either by counterattacking an enemy, or just plain using a blood vial, which takes the role of the potions, or the health potions. It basically is a health potion. So, which one's better? I'm going to have to lean towards Bloodborne on this one. I've played both of them. I want to get Dark Souls 2. It came out on PS4 as Scholar of the First Sin, and I'm looking forward to that one immensely when I actually get the chance to buy it and play it and all that stuff. But when it comes down to it, I like the the offense strategy in Bloodborne. I'm kind of trying to steer away from saying offensive or offensive, I suppose I could say. But whereas in Dark Souls, you basically had to be defensive and really know what you were doing. I like the gameplay a lot better in Bloodborne. I like how more streamlined the leveling up system is, and I like how all you have to do is ring a bell to allow other people in. Or you can ring the Sinister Bell and go invade someone else's server and kill them and get all of their blood echoes, which take the role of souls, mind you. So, basically, at the core, these series are one and the same, taking place in different eras, a la Assassin's Creed style, but the devil is in the details, as I said. It's two different series, they feel completely different, and that is pretty much all I have to say on that. So, which one do you guys like better? Do you like the offensive strategy in Bloodborne, or do you like the more defensive role that Dark Souls takes on, with the more complex leveling system, the armor, and the different things that you can do with the bonfires while leveling up? So, which one do you guys like better? I want to know in the comment section down below. Maybe we'll get some conversation going on. But that is all that I have to say. This is Midnight Strike 3625. Thank you for watching, and as always, keep calm and rock on.